Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Friday, October 17, 2025. The $274 million Montego Bay perimeter road is 80% complete and on track to be finished by May 2026. That's the word from Minister with Responsibility for Works, Robert Morgan, who says this does not include the Long Hill bypass. He gave the update on Wednesday during a tour of the roadway.
We're a little bit ahead of target as the contractors have been moving a little bit faster than we have predicted, which is a good thing. We like to come in under budget and ahead of target, and I think that the work that we have done on this road is a testament to the collaboration between China Harbour, our local contractors, as well as the engineers, a lot of them who are from local companies, and the management of the National Road Operation and Construction Company. And I think it's an example of how we can build roads in the future.
He points out that the road has been asphalted, where before there was only aggregate. As it relates to opening sections of the road ahead of completion, Minister Morgan says any such plans would have to be guided by the safety of motorists.
We are putting in railings and other safety features to ensure that motorists who use the road are able to use it in a very safe way. It is an active construction site, so you wouldn't want to open the road too early and put persons' lives at risk. So when the time is appropriate and when we feel that we have put in the necessary safety measures and the paving has been done in a particular way, we will definitely announce that we are opening a section of the road to the motoring public.
Work to expand and upgrade the Savanna-la-mar Public General Hospital in Westmoreland is advancing. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, discussed the progress during a recent press briefing at the S Hotel in Montego Bay. He says the project, which includes expanding the Accident and Emergency Department, establishing a minor operating theatre, and improvements to other critical areas, has reached procurement phase.
We are now in the process of going to market for a contractor. We're in the final stages of the full costing, and the intention once that is done is to go to market.
The project will start with the A&E department, which will have a diagnostic area, a laboratory, and additional space to ease overcrowding and improve patient care. The A&E area in the old building will create additional bed space. Minister Tufton adds that work to overhaul the hospital's sewage system is progressing, with qualified engineers being engaged to design a new system using modern technology.
We are now in the process of finding a new contractor with the appropriate technology to make the Savanna-la-mar hospital sewage system functional. And I'm told that the bid documents are out. They're likely to be considered starting in a week or two, and hopefully we'll have an appropriate provider of that service before the end of this year.
Still on health, government is moving ahead with the introduction of the sterile mosquito insect technique as part of measures to protect the population against vector-borne diseases. Minister Tufton says the partnership to see this done continues between the ministry and the International Center for Environmental and Nuclear Sciences, ICENS, at the University of the West Indies, Mona. He says ICENS has now received the equipment to radiate the mosquitoes.
The piece of equipment has been acquired. It's now being tested, and in short order, we will have the implementation, at least on a pilot basis, of the sterile mosquito program to deal with the challenges that we have.
The first set of sterile mosquitoes are projected to be released in the fourth quarter of the year.
They will then mate with their opposite, and by extension not produce the eggs that can then breed into a mosquito.
Dr. Tufton gave the update in a statement to the House of Representatives on Tuesday. Meanwhile, even as the authorities note comparatively low dengue cases currently, the Minister of Health is urging members of the public to help ensure cases remain minimal. Persons are advised to monitor water storage containers for mosquito breeding and eliminate them, keep surroundings free of debris, and destroy or treat all potential mosquito breeding sites.
Personal responsibility, despite the efforts of the government, must become a priority now in the season. And we continue to reinforce the message that Jamaicans must search and destroy mosquito breeding sites, even as we lead the vector control measures. We must move with alacrity to search, destroy these breeding sites. Most of the times, 90% of the times, they are in and around the home. The backyard, the used tire, the tins, the vase and the whatnot are in the kitchen.
Vulnerable persons, including the elderly, children, pregnant mothers, and persons with underlying medical conditions, are advised to wear protective clothing and use a mosquito repellent containing DEET. The third National Homeless Survey has been completed. The data is still being compiled, but Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie says early findings indicate that there is an increase in the number of homeless people within downtown Kingston. He shared the update during a tour of the homeless population downtown on Tuesday.
The challenge that we have here is that there's a mixture of homelessness, and there are those persons who are drug addicts who use the disguise of the homeless to ply their drug trade and create problems within the space. The police have indicated the concerns as it relates to those who are involved in drugs and use the street for their cover to do unlawful acts.
Minister McKenzie stresses that while government remains committed to supporting the challenges faced by the island's most vulnerable, it will also support the police's efforts to clamp down on illegal activities.
We will be ensuring that those who want to go to the shelters can go to the shelters, but those who want to stay to do illegal activities, they will have to argue with the police on that one.
The National Homeless Survey, conducted from October 6 to 10, was led by the Social Development Commission in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Wellness and municipal corporations across the island. The initiative forms part of ongoing efforts to better understand and address homelessness in Jamaica. It culminated with a series of activities held across parishes to mark World Homeless Day on October 10. And finally, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, is the recipient of the 2025 Commonwealth Parliamentary Equality and Diversity Award. She becomes the first Jamaican parliamentarian to receive this recognition from the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, CPA. The award highlights Minister Grange's decades-long leadership in advancing gender equality, youth engagement, and inclusion of persons with disabilities, both locally and on the international stage. With over 30 years in politics, Minister Grange has championed key initiatives like the Sexual Harassment Act, state-run shelters for gender-based violence, and the National Strategic Action Plan to eliminate gender-based violence. In a statement responding to the honor, Minister Grange says she is humbled by the recognition, noting that her life's work has been about building a society where everyone can reach their full potential. The award was accepted on her behalf by Speaker of the House Juliet Holness at the recently concluded 68th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in Barbados. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.